The sun shines brightly after rain, and people swarm into the streets. I am at the drum tower. I am at the drum tower.
The bell and drum towers, as the time-announcing facilities in the Yuan, Ming, and Qing dynasties, were symbols of royal dignity and authority. Over centuries, the bell tower in the north and the drum tower in the south had produced sound echoing around the city, guiding the work and rest of ordinary people and leading the development of the entire empire.
Hey everyone, this is Kate from Belarus. I've lived in China over 5 years and I'm a huge fan of Chinese culture. Here on my left is the drum tower. And right here on my right is the bell tower. Let's explore these ancient landmarks of Beijing together. Recently, I've learned a Chinese idiom that is related to the bell and drum towers. Morning bell and evening drum. I know it has something to do with time, but I don't know what exactly it means. I've come here to find out how ancient Chinese would tell time some 600 years ago. The drum tower is stout and the bell tower is slim. This is how Chinese writer Liu Xinwu described the two landmarks of Beijing's central axis in his novel The Bell and Drum Towers.
The bell tower was first built in 1272, the 9th year of the Ziyuan reign of the Yuan dynasty. From then on, the bell and drum towers had undertaken the task to tell the time as part of the state apparatus. Later, they were burned down and reconstructed several times. The existing drum tower was built in the Ming dynasty and the existing bell tower built in the Qing dynasty.
Here in this exhibition hall on the first floor of the drum tower. Here visitors have a chance to learn about the history of the Beijing Central Axis and understand how people in ancient China would measure and announce time in the bell and drum tower. 北京时间 introduces us to the meaning of Chinese idiom 暮鼓晨钟, morning bell and evening drums. This signifies the Beijing time.
Ancient Chinese divided a day into 12 shichen and a night into 5 gung. The gung starting at 7 p.m. is called the first or initial gung, and the second, third, fourth, and fifth gung start at 9 p.m., 11 p.m., 1 a.m., and 3 a.m., respectively. The moment 5 a.m. is called bright gung, which means daybreak.
So here you can get the glimpse of the commercial culture in ancient China. And these are different sounds of street peddlers selling different items and goods in ancient China. Let's listen, what does it sound like? Oh, interesting. Wow. Wow, this is almost like singing to me. Let's try another one. This is the street peddler selling ice cream. These not only show the commercial China and culture, but also depict the people and the people's life. Can you hear this? I think this is the drum bit, also known as the evening drum. It sounds so rhythmic and melodic. I wonder where it comes from. Let's go and find it together. Just look how steep is this staircase. I don't know how many steps there are.
As for the number of stair steps, 9 is the largest yang number in Chinese culture, which was exclusive to emperors in ancient China, symbolizing their supreme authority. 6 is the median of the yin numbers. Here, it represents the 60-year circle.
This stairway is so steep, and it's really quite a hard task to climb all the way up to the drum tower. I feel like so many people are already exhausted, even before getting to the top. I've learned that there are 69 steps in total, and finally, the last few steps, and I hope that the beautiful view is awaiting me. Wow, This is where the drum beat comes from. It's so loud, you can hear it all over the area.
Originally, there were 25 drums on the second floor of the drum tower, including one main drum and 24 subsidiary drums. The main drum symbolized the year, and the 24 subsidiary drums symbolized the 24 solar terms.
Wow, bravo, amazing. Now I know where the drum beat comes from the very top of the drum tower. This was quite amazing, really loved it.
Ancient Chinese divided each year into 72 pentads, 12 months, and 24 solar terms. The sum of the three numbers is 108, which not only represents the circle of a year, but also symbolizes eternality. For this reason, the drums and bells were stricken 8 times in quick, slow, and medium rhythms in succession, and the process was repeated twice, making the total strikes add up to 108. Since the construction of the Yuan capital of Dadu, the bell and drum towers had been used to announce the standard Beijing time.
Since the performance is over, now it's time to enjoy the beautiful view from the top of the drum tower. To the south, I can see the Qingshan Park and the Wanchun Pavilion. To the east, there is a very famous CITIC Tower. And to the north, there is the Bird's Nest, the northern part of the Beijing Central Axis. Just 100 meters away from the drum tower, there is a bell tower. It boasts rather simple but practical architectural style. And it has a very interesting feature, a bronze bell on the second floor. It's 5.5 meters tall and 63 tons heavy. I really want to find out how ancient Chinese people built this tower and put the bronze bell on top of it. Here we can go upstairs and find the bronze bell on the top of the bell tower. I'm a little bit tired, but this moment has come. This is the ancient bronze bell on the top of the bell tower. And I can see very special architectural features of it. It has 2 U-shaped locks. I'm very impressed how ancient Chinese people could build it centuries ago.
When constructing the bell tower, ancient Chinese built the bell first and then the tower. Artisans piled up 2 earth slopes as tall as the tower on both sides, along which they dragged the giant bell up. After the bell was installed, they removed the earth slopes and used the 2 U-shaped locks to fix the top of the bell.
Unfortunately, visitors are not able to listen to the ancient bell due to the preservation efforts. However, I've got a good news. I've heard there is an interactive VR exhibition hall on the first floor of the drum tower. Let's check it out together.
The internal structure of the bell tower integrates the skylight, sound channel, and microphone facility, identifying the functions of sound resonance, amplification, and transmission.
Wow. So this is how it sounded many centuries ago. Wow, and I can see it in front of my eyes on this huge VR screen.
When struck, the bell can produce a sound of 110 decibels. Without blocking of high rises, the sound would be clearly heard along the 7.8 kilometer central axis of Beijing.
Today we've heard the sonorous sounds of the bell and drum towers announcing the time, the peculiar voices of street vendors peddling in the streets, and laughter of tourists walking around this area. The morning drum and evening bell awoke memories from the remote past.
The beauty of the bell and drum towers lies not only in the ancient buildings themselves, but also in the gentle and unblocked skyline nearby. It is the extensive parallel space that makes the sound of the bell and drum continue reverberating for centuries and usher in a brighter future.